Okay, good evening, future diamonds. My name is Stephanie. I am your diamond leader, diamond ambassador. I've been with Plexus for 2.5 years now. I'm 28 years old, and I just had my wisdom teeth pulled out on Thursday, so my jaw is still a little stiff, but I'm trying to talk clearly tonight, so this will be good. A little bit of housekeeping. We'll open in prayer, and then a couple things before we get into our training tonight. I'm really excited for you guys to hear about this because it's made a really big difference for me. So, all right, I'll go ahead and pray. Father, I thank you for this evening. Lord, I thank you for all these people on here, Lord, that they're dedicated and they're committed. They're on here doing this training. Lord, I thank you for their commitment. I pray that you would bless tonight. Lord, let this be something useful for them also, and guide and direct. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so a little bit of housekeeping here. Leaders Retreat. It's just around the corner, guys. Have most of you gotten your email by now saying what your points are at? I think most of you should have by now. I know I did. So I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. I want you guys to get to Leaders Retreat. It takes 750 points to get there. You can get points from new ambassadors with welcome packs, okay? You need the welcome packs, and for your 1 through 4, levels 1 through 4, you're going to get 10 points for every ambassador. So be looking at that, strategizing, and then also when your PV hits certain points, you get more points towards Leaders Retreat. So you really want to go. Last year it was in, let's see, where was it? It was in DC, and it was so incredible. I almost like it better than convention, if I can say that. It's a smaller group. There's not as many people there. They just spoil you rotten. The Gaylords Resort are incredibly beautiful. And last time they shut down a block on DC, and we got to go into all the different restaurants that were on the block, and they did a block party. We could go into all the different places to eat for free, and it was just incredible. They had a live band. So you really, really want to be focusing to get there. I believe the convention credits end, I thought the thing said on the 31st of August. So you've still got another month and about a week or so. So really focus on getting there. Hi, son. And then also, we're getting back into the swing of things, getting back into school. It's right around the corner. August starts up our Plexus Journey 101 training again. So whichever group you're in, be looking for that. Get your book ordered. If you're in the Diamonds group, that's going to be starting on August 1st. So you're going to need the Eric Worre GoPro book. You guys really need to get this book. And if you're doing the training, you have to have it. But even if you're not doing the training, you need to read it. It is full of so much applicable information for you guys. So you don't have to be guessing and wondering like, well, how do I do this? Or what do I say? And tonight, some of our training is actually going to be out of this book. So I'm really excited to share with you. So many times I've been asked, well, what do you say when you talk to people? How do you reach out to them? Or I'll talk to people, but they don't get back with me. So we're going to help you get that percentage with what Eric Worre teaches from a 5% return to about an 80%. So I'm really excited for you guys to learn tonight. Let me get my notes out here. So I am going to be looking up and down a little bit. But inviting like a diamond. There's 3 primary elements in your network marketing business, okay? We all have the same product. We all have the same compensation plan, okay? I made it to Diamond with the exact same products and comp plan that you have. Amy made it there, Sarah Marble. We all have the exact same thing. The third element is what makes the difference, and that's you. You are the one that makes the difference on whether your business is a success or whether it's a failure, Okay, so everyone has the same products, the same comp plan. You are going to be the difference. So you need to stop and take responsibility for your business. As network marketers, whatever your goals are, you know, everybody has a different thing. It may be, I just want to make $300 a month. You know, we can work with you to get you that place. Or I really want to go all out. I want to be able to retire on this, have this as that residual income. Whatever it is, you need to figure out what your goal is, and you are going to have to commit, because no one else can do that for you. You are the only one. You can listen to all the training in the world, but if you aren't the one putting it into action, you're not going to go anywhere. So you have to buy in, where you know, no matter what comes, no matter the tests, the trials, you know with your very being that this is what you are going to do. This is the better way. You've done the other ways, you've done the other things, and you are committed to this. You have to have that buy-in. No one can do that for you. That's that belief that we talk about a lot. You're the determining factor on that. You hurt yourself. Okay. You're okay. So you have to be all in. And then the second thing, you need to become proficient in 4 basic skill sets. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a lot of things, but these 4 are your basics. These are what are going to make or break. Yes, you have to have your belief. Yes, you have to have your personal growth, but as in skills that you need to learn. They may be a talent already, but you need to hone them and make them better. So number 1 is going to be meeting people. You've got to get out there. You've got to meet new people. I was talking earlier, network marketing really becomes network marketing when you run out of your cold market or run out of your warm market. So you don't want that to happen. You want to continually be reaching out, making new contacts, finding new Facebook friends, Instagram, whatever it is, continually growing that list. So that's meeting people. Number 2 is your candidate list. It needs to be organic, always growing, always changing. Number 3 is inviting. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm really excited for you guys to get what we're going to be speaking about. And then number 4 is follow-up. Okay, so meeting, your list, inviting, and follow-up. You need to get good at those 4 things. All right. And again, in this network marketing GoPro book, he talks about whether you're an amateur, whether you're a poser, whether you are a professional. If you are going to commit and become a professional, you're going to have to put time and effort into this. You don't just, you know, okay, I'm going to go to med school. You walk in the classroom, boom, they give you a scalpel, and okay, let's go do surgery on Mr. Jones. No. You have to learn, you have to educate yourself, you got to go back to basics and grow yourself, learn how the body works, all these different things. You're investing time. The same thing with becoming a professional as a lawyer, as a dentist, whatever the case, you got to put the time. You got to put the time. So invest and commit the time to becoming a network marketing professional. Okay. So today we're going to be talking again about inviting. The skill set of inviting is really what translates into income the fastest. So if you want to have a bigger income, you need to be inviting, and the faster you do it, the more you need to invite. This is the most critical of your skill sets of the 4. You need to learn it. If you aren't successful in getting people to look at what your business is, you can kind of guess what what your business is going to look like. It's going to be zilch, okay? So if you, I'm trying to read my writing here. Okay, so when you are inviting people, your mindset needs to be that of a farmer, not a hunter, okay? If you have that hunter mentality, people can feel it and they're going to avoid you. You don't want that. You pitch your hunting season, opening day, there may be some animals around. By the end of the night, they are gone and you can't find one to save your life. Why? because they know there's hunters around and they're going to get out of there because their life is dependent on it. You don't want people to have that feeling when they see you. And if you have that mentality of, I've got to find people, I've got to get them, you're hunting for them, people can sense that. So instead of that, build relationships, build trust with people, and then transfer that trust, that belief that they have in you over into your products, into your opportunity. So it's a totally different mindset and people can sense it. So pay attention to that. Look at yourself. Are you in that hunter spectrum or are you in a farmer? You're cultivating, you're growing, you're watering those friendships. Your initial objective is to educate people and then let them decide. So use a tool. You don't have to be the expert, okay? Another thing about using tools is people, when you come across and you're sharing and saying all this stuff, that makes people feel like, I can't do that. I don't know everything that she knows. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how our comp plan works. I don't know how the products work and what they should take and what this does and what that ingredient says and means. Use the tools. There are so many incredible videos out there. We've got the video toolbox for you to use, but don't be the expert. Point them to the tool, even if you know the answer, okay? This is gonna make it very duplicatable for your people, and they're gonna see that. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, I can watch a video. I can send a video to someone instead of you being the expert. And it may feel good, you know, to have like all the answers and all the questions, being able to tell everybody, but it's going to hurt your pocketbook, okay? So use a tool. It feels doable to people when you do that. So let me get out my list here, my notes. Okay, so again, when you're inviting, this is your most critical tool. Before you start reaching out to people, there's 4 rules you should think about. You need to emotionally detach. I'm sure you guys have all heard the, waitress example. You go to this nice restaurant and the lady comes by and she's like, would you like a cup of coffee? I'm like, no, thank you. She's not going to go home and cry her eyes out and quit and say, I'm never going to be a waitress. I can't do it. They told me no. She just keeps pouring. She goes, ask someone else, would you like some? Are you interested? That's how it is in network marketing. You have to detach. It's easy to say, but it's harder to do than it seems because you want people to like you, you want people to join you. But detaching from the outcome is crucial, okay? So don't get so emotionally attached to that. Be your best self. Don't change into something that you're not. Be you. Just be the best you can be. Number 3, be passionate. Have that enthusiasm. Christy White last week, she's talking about, listen to some song that just gets you pumped up. If you've got to listen to Eye of the Tiger before you call someone, do it, okay? Be passionate, be inspired, be excited. Chris McCall, he's got that really great tip that he shared. One of the best times to reach out to people is when you just got a new ambassador, you just got a new customer, because you're excited, you're thrilled, someone just joined you in, whether it was the product or the company. Your excitement is going to translate when you reach out to someone. They're going to be able to notice that. So when you reach out, be excited, be passionate. And number 4, your posture, okay? And we're going to talk about how to have a stronger posture too. Be bold, okay? So the biggest tip for having this strong posture when you are sharing is to have a big list, okay? An amateur will think of maybe 20, 30 people that they can ask to join this business, and they're going to do this with me, and they're going to join, and they're going to work, and I'm going to make all this money, and I'm just going to sit back. No. Because those 30 people, most of them are probably not going to be interested, and you start getting desperate when you have a small list, because the outcome, you're depending on these 30 people to make or break you. But when you've got a list of 100, 200 people and you're reaching out, you're going to have a much different attitude because you have that list. It's going to create a strong posture because there is strength in numbers, and this is a numbers game. So you need to have that big list. We tell you over and over again, list of 100, list of 200. We're telling you that for a reason, okay? Do it. All right? Just do it. So getting into inviting. All right, we already talked about the things before you start reaching out. You need to be emotionally detached, be yourself, your best self, be passionate, have that strong posture. So now we're going to get into actual inviting. Your success in network marketing is going to be your ability to get a large group of people to consistently do a few simple things over an extended period of time. That's it. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't want it to be complicated because when it is, people aren't going to do it. So a few simple steps that a lot of people do. That is what makes this work. Okay? So again, we already talked about the rules. You're detaching, you're all these other things. So here are, there's 8 steps. They sound like a lot, but they're really quick once we go over them. So okay, get ready to write these down. So step 1, and this is a form of contact when you're calling. Okay, you could use this somewhat when you're messaging, texting, but this is for calling someone. Okay, so step 1, you need to be in a hurry. Step number 2, you need to compliment the prospect. Be genuine. Okay. There's nothing sorrier than an insincere compliment. It stinks and you can smell it a mile away. Be sincere. If you really can't think of anything that's positive about that person, I mean, okay, you made me think, why do I want them on my team? But if you can't think of anything positive, you could say, I have learned so much from you, and I would appreciate if you would look at this for me. Okay, you could have learned what not to do, but whatever it is, be sincere. A sincere compliment. Step number 3 is make the invitation. Step number 4, you're going to write, if I, comma, would you. That is a very, very, very powerful little phrase there. We're going to go over a little bit more. If I, would you. That's step number 4. Step number 5, you are going to get your first confirmation. Step number 6 is your second one. Step number 7 is your third confirmation. This sounds, like I said, just bear with me, okay? Write this all down. Step number 8, you're going to get off the phone. Okay, so being in a hurry, we're going to go to step 1. Being in a hurry, this is a psychological thing. When you are in a hurry, people put more respect of your time because they can sense that you're busy. That means you have things to do. You're not just sitting around the house bored out of your mind, okay? So being in a hurry, hey, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it was really important that I reached you. And again, you guys need to buy this book, all right? I'm not going into depth. He gives more examples on here, but I just want you to get the gist of this. Examples for warm market. I don't have a lot of time. You know, I'm running out the door. And he also gives examples for cold markets, warm and cold. You know, so if you're at a restaurant, some waitress has just been incredible, and you say, you know, this has been one of the best experiences we've ever had. Now's not the time to get into this, obviously, but Brenda, it's GoPro by Eric Worre. So anyway, urgency. Okay, step 1, be urgent. Step 2, again, that's your compliment. Be sincere. You've been very successful in your other businesses, or if this is someone that's really savvy financially, you're one of the smartest financial people I know. I really look up to you and value your opinion. Whatever it is, be sincere. Again, cold market, you've given us some of the best service I've ever received. You are super sharp and you have such a bubbly personality. Whatever it is, sincerity, okay? So that's 2. We're already on step 2. So you're in a hurry. You've given them a compliment. Step 3, you are going to make the invitation. So this is not a one-size-fits-all. There are 3 different types of approaches. There's the direct approach. And this is when you use it for them to hear about the opportunity. Okay? You know, when you told me you really hated your job and you were sick of it, were you serious? That's a direct approach. They told you something, you're reminding them, when you said this, were you serious? Get the plane out of the car. Here. Hold on just a second. Serious stuff over here. Here. Okay. So that's for warm market. For cold market, have you ever thought of diversifying your income? Do you keep your career options open? Are you okay with doing such and such the rest of your life, the rest of your career? Okay. So that's the direct approach. You're specifically going in point blank. This is an opportunity for you. Are you interested type thing. The indirect is really powerful too. You are kind of playing yourself down. You're playing up to the prospect's ego. So as you can imagine, it's usually highly successful. It's about asking the prospect for help, for input, guidance. So here's some examples. Asa, shh. Be quiet, okay? Okay. I've just started a new business and I'm really nervous. Before I get going, I would love to practice on someone friendly. Would you mind if I practiced on you? So you are asking for their help. I found a business I'm really excited about, but you know, I'm really new to all this. You have so much experience. Would you look at it for me to see, you know, what your thoughts are? You know, a friend told me the best thing I could do when starting a business is to have people I respect take a look at it. So these are some ideas. Whatever it is, be genuine, sincere when you're asking this person for their help. The super indirect approach, this is what I really like to use depending on the person. Like, okay, so when Amy, I wasn't like really doing the business then, but with Amy, I was like, look, you're doing X, Y, Z. It's not working for you. Why don't you try this? Okay, that was a very direct approach. I knew her. She was a good friend. I could do that with her. You're not going to do that with everyone, all right? So the super indirect approach is really, really powerful because it works on a lot of different levels. You're telling the prospect they're not a prospect. So you're taking away this thing that instead of getting it to them, you're taking it away. You're saying it's definitely not for you, but maybe you know someone that it could be for. You're interested in finding out if they know someone else who could benefit. So you could say something like, the business I'm in clearly isn't for you, but I wanted to ask, do you know anyone that yada, yada, yada? Some of this verbiage is not what I would use. Like, I would not say, who do you know that is ambitious, money motivated, and would be excited about the idea of adding cash flow? Okay, so find what works for you, but the idea is there for super indirect. Okay, it's obviously not for you. I know you're really busy already. You're not interested in something, you know, adding onto your plate, but do you know someone who is looking to make more income from home? You know, again, Chris McCall, bringing that video we watched last week where it's working from the internet, working on Facebook. Okay. So that is your super indirect approach. And in most cases, they're going to ask you for more information before giving people's names. Okay. They may be secretly curious just to know what it is. And when they ask for that, you're going to say, you know, that makes sense. I'd want to know more too. Then you move on to step 4. Okay. So we did number 1, which was our being in a hurry. Number 2, compliment. We're making the invitation. Now step number 4. Okay. This is the simplest, and you're gonna be blown away. If I would you, the simplicity, the simplest thing sometimes. This is your secret weapon question. Okay, if I would you, if I gave you a DVD, would you watch it? If I gave you a CD, if I sent you a link, would you? Whatever it is, okay? The reason it's so powerful, you can tell I'm still nursing. The reason it's so powerful is because it's reciprocal. You're saying you'll do something if they will do something. You're exchanging things of value. You're not just saying, would you please, 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 please watch this? You can feel that's a totally different thing instead of if I would you. I really, 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 really want you. Now that sounds desperate. A desperate distributor is not attractive in the slightest bit. If you've ever used this before, you know how it makes you feel too, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I've been that person. I've done it before where you're like, would you just really please watch it? It's so good. You're gonna love it. I really want you to see this. Okay? You're taking away that power from yourself when you do that. You can be passionate about it and you really want someone to do it, but if I would you, okay? So if I sent you this link, would you review it? If they say no, thank them for their time and move on. Again, we have this strong posture. We're not begging because we have our big list of people that we still have to reach out to and contact, that list of 100, that list of 200 people. So it's okay if this person has said no. That just gets us closer to the next yes, okay? So you've gone through the first 4 steps. The person said yes, we're successful, great. They've agreed to watch your tool. Does that mean they're gonna follow through? No, okay? This is where that 5% comes in. When you ask people to watch things on average, it's only a 5% of your return that your prospects will actually watch it. So we wanna increase that to closer to 80%. I mean, that's a big increase for just a few more steps, and it's really quick, okay? So step number 5 is your confirmation. That's your very first one. Okay, so you've said, if I would you watch this link. Again, we're using the tools, okay? We're using tools. So whatever your tool is that you've decided, if I sent you this, would you watch it? Okay? When do you think you could watch that video for sure? Don't suggest a time for them. Let them do it. So some things are happening here. When you actually ask for a time commitment, instead of it just being in the future, as in, okay, sometime I will watch this, and really it won't happen. It'll get put on the back burner. So you said, you know, if I sent you this link, would you watch this video? It's only about 5 minutes long, and it's going to give you a lot of information about what I'm doing. They say yes. Awesome. Okay, so when do you think you could have time to watch the video? Now they have to actually stop and think. This is real now. This is not in the future. This is now. When do I have time? So don't suggest a time for them, okay? It makes it real. 90% of the time, they're going to give you an answer. If they're vague, say something like, I'll try to do it sometime, then tell them, I don't want to waste your time or mine. Why don't we just try to lock down a time now? That way I'm not bugging you. So when do you think you'll be able to have watched it for sure? So, okay, so that's number 5. That's your first confirmation, okay? So when do you think you'll be able to have watched it for sure? So they tell you they watch it by Tuesday night. You're going to respond with something like, okay, so if I called you Wednesday morning, you'll have seen it for sure, right? So that's your second confirmation. These steps, they really fly by. I mean, it's super easy, but you are increasing your chances of them actually watching it by a huge, huge amount, okay? So just take a little extra time. Become fluent with this so that it's just a natural thing. And when it's natural to you, it's going to flow, and they're not going to feel like awkward. Son, do not color on my phone. Okay, so step number 6 is to make the second confirmation. Confirm the time again. So if I called you Wednesday morning, you'll have seen it for sure, right? Okay, so the key is that this is an appointment that you have set. They have set the time. So now it's up to them to actually do it. They said they'd review it now. And then step number 7 is schedule the next call. This is really simple. You just say, okay, so what's the best number and time for me to call? What's the best number and time for me to call? Step number 7. And then number 8 is get off the phone. Remember, you're in a hurry. So, oh, great. Okay, we'll talk then. I gotta go. That's great. Okay, so I'm almost done, okay? So, this says too many people. Stop. It says too many people. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me go put him down. Okay. So, sorry, working mom. So too many people, they make the appointment and then they unmake it by talking and talking about, oh, so what do you think of them Packers? Or, oh my goodness, did you see the Olympics last night? You need to get off the phone. Remember, you were in a hurry. So you've made the appointment. They've confirmed it 3 times. Get off. Okay, so let me do a quick run through so you can see how fast this really goes. Again, you need to get the book. It's really good. He gives so many more examples than what I'm showing here. So, so this is a good friend, indirect approach. Hey, I'm running out the door. I need to talk to you really quick. Do you have a second? Great. Listen, I know you've always been so supportive of me. I really appreciate that. I've just started this new business. I'm really nervous about it. Before I get started talking to other people, I really wanted to talk to a friendly person. Would you mind if I practiced on you? Great. Okay, so we've complimented them. We're in a hurry. We've given the invitation. Great. So if I gave you a link that laid out the information, it's about 15 minutes long. Would you watch it? Okay, so what are they going to say? They're a good friend. Of course, they're going to say yes. So now we don't just send it off to them. So when do you think we could watch it for sure? They say Thursday night. Okay, so if I called you Friday morning, you'll have been able to watch it for sure, right? Great. Okay, is this the best number, and what's a good time for me to call? Okay, awesome. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you then. I gotta go. How long did that take me? It took me maybe a minute, 2 minutes, okay? It doesn't take a lot of time. So you have, again, step 1, you're in a hurry. Hey, obviously this is not the place to do this, but I couldn't help but notice you are such a genuine person. You have a beautiful smile. When you're talking to people, you're excited. You make them feel important. I'm just starting a new business in this area. If I sent you a link, I think you'd be incredible for this. Would you watch it? This is someone you don't know. I mean, so the idea is there, okay? So you're in a hurry, you're complimenting, you're making the invitation. Then if I would you, anytime you send anybody anything, use that. If I would you, okay? This is inviting. This is inviting like a pro. This is inviting like a diamond. Getting to that rank, wherever it is that you want to be, whatever that goal is, this is a skill that you need to learn how to do. You need to learn how to do this well, okay? This is going to make or break your business. Whatever it is, you need to learn how to invite them to watch whatever tool, whether it's a video you made yourself, something the company has. Let's see. There are diamond documentaries that you could send if that person is, say, a nurse. Sarah Marble is a nurse. If I sent you this, it's a little documentary on another lady that's in Plexus that's a nurse, would you watch it? Whatever the case, if I, would you? Then you're making your confirmations. You're getting the time. You're confirming the time. You're scheduling the next call, and you're getting off the phone. Really, really simple stuff, guys, but it makes all the difference in the world. And getting on the phone, people can hear your urgency. They can hear your excitement. They can hear your voice, your posture. So when you're talking to someone, you're getting ready to call, again, go over that list. You're going to emotionally detach. You're going to be your best self. You're going to have that enthusiasm. You're going to have that posture again because you have that big list, because you know all these people that you are continually meeting, that you're continually adding to that organic list of yours. So stand up, talk to them, smile. There's a difference. You can hear the difference when you're talking on the phone. If someone is, they've got more energy when you're standing up. So these are just some tips to inviting like a pro, inviting like a diamond. We all still have to do that. Don't think just because, oh, well, I'm an emerald now, or I'm a ruby now, or man, I made it. I am a gold ambassador. I don't have to reach out to people anymore. My team's going to do it for me. No, no, you're going to get stuck. You're probably going to fall back from gold because you are depending on others. The only person you can depend on is you. You need to hone your skills, and of the skills, meeting people, creating that list, inviting, and follow up. Inviting is going to be your biggest key. So get the book, guys. We're going to be going through this more in depth as we do the 101 training. It's just great content. Let's see. I've got some chats over here. And you can make calls, thank you, John. You can make the calls through Facebook Messenger now. So that makes it really easy. If you see they're online, then you could say, just hit send, calling them. So if you don't have their number, I know a lot of people use that excuse. Well, I don't have people's numbers. You got Facebook, and if they're on Facebook Messenger at the same time you are, you can call them right then. Hey, you're in a hurry. You're saying a compliment. You are inviting. If I would you're confirming, and then you're getting off. It literally takes 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. So anyway, let's see, I'll open it up. Do we have any questions? Does anybody have any questions or comments? The book again is, let's see, where is Stephanie from? I am a military brat. My dad was Air Force, so I was born in Idaho, but I'm currently in Alaska. Been here for almost 8 years now. So wherever you are, you can do this. You're welcome. So yes, here's the book, Eric Worre, W-O-R-R-E, Go Pro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. And that's what you want to become. That's what you want to become. This is the better way. And if you put the time, the effort, and commit, you are going to get the results. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being on here. I'm excited for you to go out. I want to hear back from you what you thought, how you felt when you used this. I challenge you to get your list out and call 5 people. 5 people. Find whatever tool that you want to use, the Plexus Journeys video. There is the Plexus Journey 2.0, which is like the little short one. My earrings, thank you. These are from Noonday. And it was funny because Rachel Rogers had them, and then I was driving somewhere last night listening to Tamara Holloway, and she was wearing these exact earrings. So they're from Noonday Collection. I love that company. So yeah. Anyway, I want to hear from you guys. So I challenge you, call 5 people. Use this. Compliment them. Be in a hurry. If I would, schedule a time to follow up. and then get off the phone. Then send them that link, whatever it is, and then follow up. Let me know what your results are. So it's going to take consistency. You can't just do 5 people and, expect to be diamond overnight. You've got to continually do it every day, every week, reaching out to people, but it's worth it. So, all right, guys, thank you for being on here. Thank you for your patience with my little man, and we will see you guys next week. So you have an awesome end of July. Finish strong. Be reaching out to your ambassadors. Be working towards Leaders Retreat because it is so worth it. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.